Take just a moment here. We're going to make sure everything's working just exactly right. Looks like we got some people tuning in. Give me 1 second here. There. Looks like we got everything working just exactly right. All right. We got Todd, Robert, Dr. House. What up, Doc? Elthers, what's going on, guys? Brittany's in the house. Let's see, what do we got? Jeff, we got Shads, Bugsby, Night Kid. Let's see, we got Stewart, Zap, Randy, David Gray, Yeet, Stylo, Soviet, Ali, David, Mike, what's going on? Let's see. Morning. Connor. Teammates have sucked more recently. Well, I mean, part of the problem is the better you get, the more your teammates are going to seem like they suck. And then we might have some new influx, some new blood. Always tough to tell. What's up, Perstorm? Fred, what's going on? Albert? Yeah, I haven't even tried to do ranked. I would have given it a stab, but I heard the matchmaker was pretty bad this time. Become one with the potato. Alright. Well, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hope you're having a great weekend. I'm on day 2 of getting off the Chosky. So my mind might not be up to my normal subpar standards, but I think I'm feeling all right. Can we go through the new AL commanders? Yeah, I was gonna take a look at that. What's up, Hive? How you doing? Yeah, so I've had a little bit more time to digest these things. First up, I got this Scharnhorst all the way boosted, 16-2. I'm basically just replacing anything that I had Cunningham with this one. Let's see what we got. Reduced main ships, dispersion. Now there's dispersion and then there's grouping. Basically, dispersion affects the size of the universe of possibilities around the target ship. So when you pull the trigger, the game generates an oval around the target. Presumably you got it selected. That's where the shells can potentially go. And then the one that affects grouping, i.e. Cunningham or anything that says shell grouping, that's how tight those shells tend towards that given point once it's determined where the computer is trying to aim the shells. But basically, if you can tighten up the dispersion, they have less room to stray from the target. So in my mind, the dispersion is the better of the two. Of course, if you got Cunningham, you can throw them both on there, or potentially both. I'm still testing that one out. Like, I think on Sims, I got them both on here. Takagi, I got one, not the other. But so far, so good. I mean, it seems pretty good. The other one I'm most interested in for, well, maybe not most interested. This Fusao character. Now, chance of fire to be Battleships HE. You know, I went from like the world's strongest proponent of not running secondary builds to I'm kind of all on. Let's go ahead and put some more points in this. These actually affect the secondary chance. So I think on my the Bismack, for instance, I think I added up 0.9% additional. Let's see what it goes up to now. So 6.2, yeah. So a moment ago it was like 5.9 on the first one, 8.9 on that second one. So that's a fairly significant fire chance boost. So I mean, just another piece of the secondary pie or puzzle. Oh, you got the Sean Horse in your free crate? Nice. So I mean, I don't know if you can buy them individually, can you, or not? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like you can. I mean, if you're going to target one, I would go... Where are they? Maybe you can just buy the one per day. Oh wait, specials. Oh yeah, so you can go ahead and... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you can pick them out. I mean, in my mind, the Sharon Horse one is the best. I'd say the Queen Elizabeth one is probably the least useful. Why that is, I mean, you can see reload time, AP damage, grouping. Wow, those are all amazing. 0.6%. Now that's only it's 0.1% per level. But if you get it up to level 16, a negative 1.6% reload. What would that even be? A fraction of a second, really. Same thing with the damage. So I mean, this one I think. Let's see what this is. The spotter. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of inspiration in my mind where if you're running the Queen Elizabeth as the commander, like you come up with a really good build that you like over here, and then you just throw this in. Okay, that's gonna be fine because you still got your 2 inspirations. But in terms of putting the inspirations on other ships, that's kind of like Madden in my mind. You're not really getting a lot of bang for the buck on that one. Baltimore, I think, is pretty strong. Improves ship steering. Maybe in another month or so, depending on if any other commanders come out. I might put some points into that one. That'd be kind of nice. This one is interesting. I was comparing. I was playing the hell's that shit called? The Tier 7 Italian cruiser Amalfi last night, and I was testing out this perk again, the negative 90% detonation time. I don't think this either doesn't work or it's not that good. I mean, you basically have to just target superstructure. Even then, I just think doing this perk is better. But this is a 90%. And then this one, the detonation time, the fuse time. This is a negative 10%, negative 20%. I think that could potentially be more useful. So eventually I'll put some points into this one. Test it. What else do we got here? Oh, Graf Spee. Increase the amount of HP. This is like another one you could potentially put on like your Nelson build or your your British battleship build with the super heals. Reduce cruiser surface and air detection radius. Yeah, I mean this one's interesting too. Now the problem with these Germans is I got 4 maxed. None of the German lines are my favorite. And I got 4 max commanders in this. You know, and I want to put this one in, I want to put this one in. So there's a lot of points in that nation. What's the other one? Oh yeah, is that all 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I think they're all pretty good. It's kind of like last batch where this Azura Lane Otago I think was by far the best one. Kind of like the Sharn Horse, or the most useful one, I'd say. The Sharn Horse, I'd say, is the same category. Here you got a good one here. This is a good one. I've just never gotten around to level it. But, like, they're all pretty good, the first batch. This one's good. You know. So I wouldn't necessarily be... If I got a crate from that Azura Lane and I got any of those, I wouldn't be too upset. You went on the Wargaming stream? Nice. Baltimore Special AP skills, amazing. Yeah, that fuse reduction, that should just lower the amount of overpens by just enough. Yeah, the reduction of the air detectability. Which is interesting, because in my mind, up until this point, I've always assumed that, like, let's say Bay here, I was assuming he was reducing the air and the sea detectability, but now that's the first time we've ever seen that specifically called out. Let's see here, stats. Yeah, it just says detectability range by sea and air. So I don't know. Maybe I should pop into the Wargaming thing and ask them. I'm a little suspicious of that, to be honest with you. What does this say? Detectability of cruisers and air detectability range. I don't know. Don't want the shorter fuses, stop overpens. That's the main function. Let's see. Yeah, essentially, there's two ways that you can get overpens. Like if the shell, every shell has an internal number. It has to encounter X amount of armor before it arms, and I don't think that perk would affect that at all. But the other way you can get overpens is if, you know, once the shell arms, it has like a fuse on it, and if the shell can travel through the ship prior to going off, then you get another overpen in that instance. Anyway, I actually haven't even played. You know what's interesting about this crop Azura Lane is, like, the first time it was skins for ships that already existed. Like, if you had the Nelson, you can get the Azura Lane Nelson skin. Now they're actually individual ships, which I don't know what the point of that is, if they're just trying to run people out of credits or what. You can see I'm down to just over 100 million credits now. Some of you guys might be looking at that and being like, wow, this guy's got a lot of credits. I'm getting extremely nervous being that low. That's about a 50% reduction from maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Alright, so we got Queen Elizabeth. I haven't even looked at these ships to see if they look cool. Streams in 1080. Hey, Luke, what's going on? Let's see, that one looks similar to the... Maybe this is like their look on the show or whatever the shit is. Because if you compare this one to the Nelson, that in my mind looks pretty similar. Let's see. Yeah, pretty. Same overall aesthetic. Maybe those of you that watch the cartoon know. Oops. Let's see how this one looks. This one's kind of cool. What we got here. Decent. When does the Azure lane end? I think it's probably... I have no... Well, let's see if it says. "15 days, so basically the end of this update cycle. Alright, let's see, what are the rest of them? Tier 6s, probably. Oh wait, no, Baltimore's Tier 7. Let's take a look at the Baltimore. Clean lines, simple design. What does that say in the bottom? Baltimore X. 68. That's pretty fetching. Alright, so we got Baltimore. Let's see, Scharnhorst. What am I missing? Scharnhorst. Where is it? Wait a second. Is there not an actual ship? Or did they not give it to me? Graf Spee. Maybe there's not a skin for everything. What the hell's going on here? Sounded like an art critic. No Graf Spee either. I don't know. Maybe there's... Maybe you can only buy the special skins for a couple of them. Or the special ships. Baltimore, Queen Elizabeth Fuso. Wait, here's the skin right here. Ah. So 2 of them are skins. Let's see if they gave them to us. Graf Spee. Oh, I'll be damned. Well, they gave us a level 1? What the fuck is this? This better be pretty damn... Oh, that's kind of cool. What the fuck would they give us a level 1 skin for? What is the point of that? If you buy a goddamn skin, it should be level 4. I got news for you. Alright. Come on, Wargaming. It's like if you buy a premium ship and it's got a flag, it should just come with the flag. You don't have to spend another $50,000. Here's another level 1. What is this shit? Come on. Oops. I hate this fucking port. For like the 2 people on Earth who take thumbnails for videos. The lighting in this thing is god awful. Can't even tell. It looks kind of cool. I don't know why they would give you a level 1 skin. Come on. Premiums were skins. Back to T-Bull to hear his opinion. I don't know. Let's just jump in here. Let's try out the new destroyer. Got this bad boy rolling. Is it level 1 for everyone? Comes with level 4 skins. Yeah, if they're giving it for me, if they're giving me and the other community contributors level 1s, and anyone who buys it gets level 4, then I'm not going to complain about that. I don't complain about getting free shit from them. I'm just saying if they're having you guys buy the skin for whatever 3,000 credits, 5,000 credits, or doubloons, I mean, It better goddamn well be a level 4 skin, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, if they want to give me a level 1 one, that's no skin off my nose. If you buy, you get level 4. If you get it for free, it's level 1. Okay. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, what do we got here? We got a Biz shotgun. Remind me to play the Bismarck again with that new commander on there. Cleveland we got to look out for. Alright, so now that I've played the ship and I got it fully upgraded, if you're in a destroyer and this thing rolls up on you, number 1, you better kill the fucking thing. Number 2, don't let it kill you, because this thing shoots very quickly. And it just shreds other destroyers. Alright, what do we got? Alright, what do we got here? So I only got the one cruiser, the Cleveland. If I'm moving forward here, I gotta keep an eye, like, the only support ship I got is this. About a square and a half back. So... Now, this thing's only got one launcher. It's not really a torpedo specialist by any means. But, as we'll see when the guns get rolling, it's potentially quite dangerous. I was talking to Chili last night. He's got the world record for damage right now. He runs the Japanese Dewey, Togo, for the extra fire chance. Which isn't a bad build. Oh shit. Is that the Cleveland? It is the fucking Cleveland. He's radaring me, but he's not even shooting at me. So basically this thing reloads very quickly, spits out shells like a madman. Why are we conceding A? What is going on over here? Fuck. Alright, there we go. I'm so confused that we don't have C. Alright. Now this thing is slow as shit if you haven't figured that out yet. I think the top speed without the boost is like 32, 33. Let's see, I think I can... If I do this carefully, I should be able to get some hits on this thing. Nice. battleship actually blasted them pretty well back there. We're gonna commit to this. Better take them out. Yeah, I think this might actually shoot faster than the Fletcher. I'm not 100% sure. It's either like right at the same rate or faster. This guy right there. Busted his engine. That should take him out right there. Oh, looks like we missed. Oh, he gone! Oh. Alright. Like to get those torps down, but gunning this thing down has got to be priority. Need to kill that destroyer while he's up. There we go. So, I mean, this is going to be a really low damage game in this. I think my highest is about 150, but the records, Chili's record on this is 100 or 250 damage, give or take. He said he was just farming brain dead legendary ships to get that kind of damage, but you can see the burst potential in terms of damage. Like, you get in these situations, if they don't kill you, you can really pile on pretty much whatever you come across. So I would put this up there as like a priority target. You know, you can get 20, 30, 40,000 damage in like a matter of seconds in this thing, especially if you get torpedoes going. Now it doesn't have like the mobility. I wouldn't be doing these open water gunboat maneuvers as much. You want to be either using islands or smoke a lot, just because, you know, it's not ultra fast like the French or the Soviets. It's a lot more dangerous, but yeah, this one's pretty damn good. What's up, Dex? Oh, it's this fast as your Emerald. Yeah, for a destroyer, I mean, this is probably the slowest tier 7. I'd have to double check, but we'll play that one a couple times today. I've been having a lot of fun with that one. Thing looks like a lot of fun, yeah. I mean, people, as I've been going up the tech tree, you know, the tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, doing a little coverage on those, people are saying, it looks like the existing boat line, but maybe they're looking at the stats and they don't even think it's as good. I've enjoyed the entire line, you know, tier 4, 5, 6. But this thing is kind of its own little type of a ship. Now, this one I was going to switch because I was testing this thing right here. I'm not seeing the value on that. I mean, you know, you can look at that game and say, like, oh, you got 20,000, 40,000, whatever it was, low damage output, but that's probably one of my lower damage games in that one. But I wasn't seeing any major difference with this, so I had this tier wood on here just to protect the engine a little bit. You know, 21% reduction in the steering gears, that's really not that effective to begin with. But I'd still take this perk. I mean, you're at least allowing yourself to move around a little bit with a disabled engine. Let's take a look at the build. Yeah. I think that's an alright build. Let's see what we got here. I wish I had some points in this this Mordov character. Let's see, we could do range. I think range is The Soviet transformer, whatever. Traverse is awesome on them. I mean, the gun performance is great. 1.8%. That's not really going to do anything. I'll fuck around with the build later, but... let me try that one more time. What's up, Monopoly King? Everyone heard about the crate fixing scandal? I saw Flamu had a video on it. I don't know. You gotta read the fine print. I don't know. Regardless. Hopefully it's confined to the PC version. Basically it was set up so you would get, if you bought a bunch of Santa crates or whatever they were, you would get like 1 or 2 or 3 ships, you know, off of a small list first before you had access to the other ones. It was, I don't know if it was necessarily proven, but looked pretty damning to me. Potatoes have eyes. What do we got here? Yadachi and Z-23. 2 Azumas. Alaska. You gotta be really careful with the radars in this thing because you don't... It's really slow. Like, let's see. I thought the speed boosts were getting close to 33, but... Alright, so we got Z-23 most likely. Yeah, if you're working on a build for the ship, I think range would be a good option. I mean, you basically want the guns firing as much as possible. It's kind of like a light cruiser from, like, the US line or the Russian line or something along those lines. Easy. Fucking Vlad pushing into here. Gotta keep an eye on him. What the fuck is spotting me? I kind of think there's something like right there. Either that or it's pushing far into A. Yeah, you can get a lot of like spike damage really quick, you know, just go from 5 to 15 in what, 30 seconds or whatever. There he is. Careful here, because this Vlad's right here. If I move forward, I think his torpedoes would probably be blocked on that dock. There he goes. I want to get rid of that Yudachi. Shit. That's gonna be the end of that game. Son of a bitch. That's a major problem for this ship because, you know, if you're essentially a one-shot for everything, like literally a one-shot, then it's tough to use the guns. Unfortunately, the entire team's in the back line this game. That sucks. He'll take me down, but I mean, we essentially killed him too, so. You know, he had to do 28 damage, I had to do like 11,000 damage, and we killed each other at the same time. That really fucking sucks, though. That was a stupid play on my part. Basically, he had the torp line like right here. Move forward to block it on this thing, but the problem is I was fearful of this thing rushing me. So I wanted to get back towards my team as quick as possible, but he had follow-up salvos. You got to assume with the Adachi up to 4 salvos at once. So maybe just too far forward to begin with. Oh well, what can you do? 28 HP in a dream. True Spartan fashion. I was just a little reckless. That's all right though. We'll play that thing a couple more times though. Get in a situation where we can get up to, you know, mid-hundreds, higher than that in terms of damage. What's up, Parker? How you doing? Got 173 tuning in. Thanks everyone for tuning in. 64 likes. Don't mind slapping the like button around a little bit. Let's see, we had some new members this week. I want to give a shout out to those guys. Let's see. I think the last stream was... What was the last stream? Probably a week ago. So I think we had Diesel, Eli, and Broner were the new ones. Then we had some rejoins. Doki, Oscar, and Grumple Granddad. So appreciate all the members. I was considering doing maybe a members stream this weekend. I'm a little on edge just because I'm on day 2 of quitting nicotine, which really screws with my brain quite a bit. I can blame some of my bad plays on that. But, you know, I don't want to be in a situation where, you know, if my cravings flare pretty hard, I'd have to shut down the stream. I wouldn't want to do that for a members only stream. So we might try that next weekend. Kind of sad. Nah, that was just a little bit of bad luck and a little bit of bad decision making on my part. Because he didn't have an angle to torpedo me when I'd move forward. I was just a little nervous about that Vlad, but it's alright. It happens. You have Mordor? No, Mordov. I was thinking about, that's what I was saying a minute ago. I want him boosted. I think you can get him up to another, you know, 3-4% on the reload. Just really go balls to the wall. I just don't have the points into Mordorf yet. I got a bunch of points into the Scharnhorst Commander. I'm gonna build up Fuso to medium level. We'll try out a secondary build with that on there. Because that Fuso Azure Lane Commander, it says increase your battleships HE fire starting chance, but if you look at the stats, it's boosting the secondaries as well, so I think that might be an interesting commander to use on our secondary builds. And then that Mordov character, he's toward the top of my list. I would basically straight up like to replace Halsey with him at some point. And he could be an interesting inspiration on that Japanese gunboat. But right now we got the Akizuki, and then I assume at some point we'll get some legendary Japanese gunboats as well. Let's see, do we have any spotting over here? Doesn't look like it. 1 destroyer per ton. Oh, he's going over to sea, okay. Alright. Azuma's up the wazoo. What's up, Gearhead? How you doing? Got the Giulio Cesare. It rocks. Yeah, that's a fun one. There's a lot of punchy tier 4. Oops. Punchy tier 4 premiums. Oh shit. Oh man. This might be a short one. Motherfucker, I'm getting my shit kicked in today. A little aggressive. Fucking Iowas. I like to get behind these bastards that are sitting in the back here. The French are kind of the sniper cruiser. Oops. A little aggressive. Moving in that far to start the game. Cleveland wants to shoot me. I'm going to return the fire. Like in a Cleveland versus Martel fight at max range, the Martel should have the advantage. This was the better accuracy. Time to target, you know, it's probably twice as good on the Martel. Oops, alright. Love to just blast this guy off the fucking map if possible. And then the AP, you can get some pretty decent shots at range. Let's see if I can actually hit him. Nope. Jesus Christ, the whole fucking team up there is just shooting me. Mostly because they don't have a shot at anyone else. Hipper Russian against now. See how that works. Alright. So they traded, which was goofy. Like, that guy's now, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships that are still alive, plus the guy that traded himself. So it's a 5v1, essentially, because all these support ships were blocked from influencing that fight. So if you have a 5v1 and you trade ships in that instance, I would call that a bad trade, personally. I think you gotta, the ram, or the trade, the intentional trade, is a useful play. You just got to recognize when you can do it successfully. Yeah, we're going to lose just by everyone sitting in the back this game. It's too bad. Like here we got a 1, 2, we got a 3v1 over there. And they're just sitting there watching the guy. Push! Push the advantages. The entire fucking game that Iowa's been shooting me. Do you got anything else to do with your life? Logan Coxey. I think I'm gonna put a bounty on your head. feel like the Martel's been severely power crept. I think it does what it's always done. Some people would say it's really strong. I've always thought it was just, you know, good cruiser, but not too strong, not too weak. Oh, man. That Iowa, not a fan. Let's see, what should we... Let's try that little Japanese guy again. See if I can squeeze a decent game out of this thing. If you lose 20 in a row, turn off the delay. Yeah, I know some people will shoot me just because they know me, but it's just something I gotta put up with. I mean, part of the problem was my entire team was between A and B, so a lot of those ships were blocked from those guys' perspective. But that Iowa, I feel like usually most players are going to shoot the ships that are closer to them. And he took at least 3 or 4 that were kind of skipping over shots that I probably would have taken just to shoot at me. Okay. Let's see how badly our team can throw this one. Why do we have a fucking Dunkirk in a tier 7 game? Instead of fucking with your instead of fucking with your horn, you should be explaining to your teammate how to not fail platoon. They're like signaling back and forth to each other. This is kind of fun. You see me on the enemy team, you give me my broadside. These are the type of viewers that I want. I was sent by Spartan Elite. Okay, well, let's see. We got 1, 2. Yeah, I'm not saying the shots weren't necessarily enticing for him. I'm just saying most players are going to always shoot the closest ship or the battleship. Yeah, let's do this. Nice. See, if you could take this strong side push over here and turn it into them getting wrecked, then you pretty much have the game wrapped up. Yeah, we gotta be careful here because we're kind of sitting in the cloud. Give these guys a little taste of where I am. Wow, he shot the second I got spotted? Holy shit. The guy was like pre-aimed on me. People are trying to kill me today. Oh, fuck. Yeah, basically I need to turn around to stop these guys from getting on the base, because you never know in these situations. Come on. That sucks. Forgot how slow this thing was to turn around. I would have waited on that reload boost, because basically, if you're just about to reload your torpedoes and you pop it, then you can get most of the way through an extra reload cycle, if you time it right. Bismarck is running from the hills for this guy. Okay, oops. Alright. There's a Vok. See how bad we kick the shit out of the Vok here. King George right behind us, we gotta be careful of that one. Don't want him chiming in with those HE rounds. So he's probably about halfway through a damage con because we did hit him with that flood earlier, so potentially we could get a fire going here. Alright, maybe not. Safety first. Yeah, basically we've done a pretty good job stalling the push. You guys will see my coverage on this map. If you got the team that starts over here, you got 6 ships. This one over here, you got 3. So you got a built-in 3 on, or 6v3. If these guys come over here to support, actually, then you got a fair fight. If they go to the far western side of the map like they usually do, then the red team should win that game at that point in time. So you just go over there, support that push, that aggressive push that they have built in. And if you do that, then you can throw all sorts of wrenches into their plans and hopefully win the game. Oops. So I don't know what those destroyers are doing. Just got to make sure they don't come in here and cap, because that's going to be a strong play for them at this point. And once someone's spotting this thing, then we can start burning it down. But right now, nobody on my team is actually spotting it. These guys haven't moved an inch. I think the Bismarck's probably not too much slower than this thing. I'm just gonna have to stay here and keep an eye on the base. You know, either this dude on their base is gonna capture it or not, but alright. With the reload boost here in a second. Apparently I'm wrong. The reload boost doesn't burn over into the next one. The torpedo cycle. Like if you run the reload booster on the main battery, you can get part of the way into your next reload cycle. Apparently the torpedo just reloads and then it's done. Oops. Alright. It'd be glorious if this guy would fucking move just a spot. And we can actually use the guns. So we're gonna move forward here to block the torpedo. And then we're gonna burn. I don't have an out to get out of here in this situation. Oops, it's coming towards me. These situations though where you're getting 1,000 to 2,000 every 3 seconds, that's really hard for the enemy to sustain that. Oh, shit. Fucking torpedoes today. I'm not playing them well at all. God damn it. So basically I thought just relying on what I saw last is a bad play, but I thought he was going to go around here and try and potentially fight me that way. So I was expecting the torps to come from basically right to left, but he ended up going into the base and changing the angle, which was an interesting play from his perspective. Yeah. Kind of a even effort across the board. Potatoes don't use the like button. Playing Xbox. Love the sound of the trigger finger. Yeah, I get into it. Let's try this Bismarck. I don't know, it's... You never know if you can get position or not, but I want to try the thing out with the Fuso inspiration. Or maybe we should try it on Nassau. So this one you can actually kind of force yourself into those. So basically here's the new build that I'm testing. We got Von Hipper here, you got range, you got accuracy. Then over here, we only got a level 8, but we got a 1.2 boost to the fire starting chance. Now that's not a lot if you get, you know, 60 to 100, you know, 50, 100 type hits, but if you can get 300-400 hits, you know, that's an extra 3-4 fires. I want to get this one up to like level 11, level 12. Maybe see if I can get in. Where is it? Let's see, what do I got? No commendations. Let's try it out. Don't eat torps are bad for your health, yeah. Man, I've been torped in a destroyer twice so far. Not a good start, but that's one of the things you do have to be careful about with that ship, though. Like, I got the prop mod on there, and you can see how the starting and stopping power. Like there, did I have the prop engine boost, or was I on cooldown? I don't know. By the time I saw the torps, I couldn't get out of the way of them. Even though all we had to do was move forward like 10 feet. I don't know. That was a play I should have accounted for. I just didn't bother to. Alright, what do we got? Battleships up the wazoo. I just want to ram this golden fist up someone's exhaust. I mostly just want to see if you can see a difference in the secondary fire starting chance. A lot of German commanders, yeah. That's what I was saying right when the stream started, like, I'm not exactly a German main in this game. I got a lot of weight into the builds. Heading out, JJ? Alright. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see ya. Let's see if we can get these secondaries rolling. Oh, Jesus. There's the destroyer. Taking Kedrov off this thing might outweigh the benefits of the fire starting chance. Here we go. Turret traverse is pretty gnarly right now. Fires. I don't know if these are AP. Maybe these aren't even fire starting HE shells. I don't know. That's German. My God, the torpedoes today. My gotta get my head out of my ass. What? Just gonna hope that secondary takes him out. The traverse with this build is really bad. Come on. Come on. There we go. Nothing. 150s are AP. Nah. Maybe this isn't the... I don't know, we got one flyer, so some of them apparently shooting HE, but... I don't think we're gonna see the full effect here. Oops. Come on. All I gotta do is hit him. Use that little secondary booster. Yeah, some of the shells are orange, some of them are white, so I think there's a mix. Hopefully that'll do it. Oops. Yeah, I guess we'll have to test this build with the Bismarck. See if it actually works. Getting to use the booster now. A good time would have been if I had that cruiser on the one side and then the destroyer on the other. Would have been a good time to use it, but usually if you're using them at max range, it's kind of the least effective, you know, out of all the range of possibilities. Let's see. Because, I mean, yes, it's tightening up your XC quite a bit, and the reload, but if the XC isn't great to start with... Come on. I'm going to try and turn my ship towards that dude. Most BBs have a mix. Yeah, I know. I feel like there's some that either they used to be or they still are, but I feel like some are just AP, like some of the Japanese ones. Maybe they changed that. I feel like I've heard on the PC they changed all the secondaries to HE, which is what I would recommend doing, because the AP ones are pretty situational. Alright, let's get rid of that guy. Yeah, you can have good secondary games on the ship. I just don't feel like this is the one to test out the build with the Fuso commander on there. They're holding a potato peeler. There we go. Well, I mean, testing out a build with the level 8 inspiration on there, it's going to be tough to probably notice the difference to begin with. But if you can get it up to 2.5%, whatever it ends up being, and you're getting games, you know, where you're getting hundreds of hits, well, that's a few extra fires on average. AP secondary is pretty much worthless, yeah. Because it's still doing the calculations with the armor, you know, comparing the gun caliber to the armor thickness. In a lot of cases, whatever you're hitting with the AP secondary, it's just not going to do anything. Same thing with HE secondary, but at least you're getting that fire chance in those instances, so. If I was them, I would change it all to HE. Yeah, let's just, for my own edification, take a look at that. Oh, they got a lot of different ones. So you got, so the biggest caliber, the 150s, those are the APs. .4 range across the board. Yeah, let's say in that build, well, let's go ahead and switch to hide. Alright, so here we got a 4% fire chance. And then if you flip this Ciliax, which I don't think has any other increased fire chance. No. So it's just this Fuso, which is level 8. Now we're up to 5.2. 1.2% already. So you can get a fairly large boost. Maybe this one is underestimated. I mean, if we're talking about boosting like a Nelson's fire chance from like 40 to 42 or whatever, that one's not as noticeable. But if you're talking about doing secondaries from like 4% to 6% or something like that, that's a huge, you know, that's 50% boost. So I think this Fuso, if you're going to go for secondary builds and to get some points, you know, 11, 12 points into her, plus a couple legendary levels, you're talking pretty close to a 2% chance, which is nice. Morning from hunting and beach. Seal clubbing? No, I was trying to test out that Fuso commander, but I didn't really pick the right ship to do it. I could try. Let's just try the old Biz. So here we're up to 6.2. I think it starts with a wait a sec, 9.2 on those. Let's do a quick check with this one. Should be the same boost, right? 1 point whatever percent. Yeah, we got 5 and 8. So this is a significant jump. 5 and 8 to 6.2 and 9.2. So if you go from 5 to 7, that would be like a, what, 40% boost? In terms of your inspirations doing stuff, like 40% is massive compared to a lot of them. You know, a lot of them are just doing like 1 or 2% actual effectiveness stuff, you know. What's up, Jason? Brittany? I thought I saw you here earlier. Maybe just popped in and out to say hi. One of the Warhammer commanders give you a massive boost to secondary fire chance. Yeah, I think it's just when either the plane's up or repair party or something like that. Those ones are interesting commanders because they're kind of like an active. Here. Anyway, I don't. There's just a different. They're like actively selected as opposed to most of these inspirations are kind of passively, you know, activated. Stylo. There he is. He's in the Iowa. Yep. There you are. Let's see where these guys are going. Typically, I'd like to clog this middle up, but a lot of times the teams abandon that. We only got 2 destroyers, though. I'm gonna guess one of them's on this side. Why the fuck is this guy getting out of here? Fucking Wichita's. I'm surprised you can shoot over that island like that. Unless it's something... Could be the Atlanta park back there next to him. Oop. Come on, guys. Why is there a fucking mayhem in here again? The fail platoons are real today. Should take them out, alright. Yeah, it was the Atlanta back here. Come on. There you go. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good right here. They're all kind of clumped up in this northeast. They got the one lone guy that's gotten around here, but we're almost 5 minutes in. You know, has this guy been able to pull the trigger? Maybe. Maybe not. The people that are going along that far side of the island are like vigorously defending the play. I don't think it's profitable at all. Anytime you gotta... It takes minutes and minutes to develop a single play just to get into a position. You gotta really make sure there's nothing else you could be doing. Let's see if we get him there. Busted the gun, we'll take that, I guess. Now, if he gets around here and he starts wrecking people, that could be an issue. Alright. Well, basically we should clean up the western side of the map just so our team can shift focus. Because right now our team's got to divide their focus, and whenever that's the case, then... Jesus Christ, guys. Can you not all fucking die at the same time? Come on. I don't know if these guys just were ignoring this guy or what was going on. Stylo? There it is. I'm just gonna have to chance that this guy doesn't shoot me. I gotta angle against these other guys on the strong side of the map. They're all just fucking piling on me here. Why is this guy not dead? Guys, guns aren't even pointed at this thing. You got a shot. God damn it, guys. Can you fucking shoot them? What is going on back there? Struggle is real today. Oh my god. One sec here, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It just kind of blows my mind if you got 3 fucking guys sitting here surrounding the dude. Plus me shooting at him over there. How is he surviving that long? Alright. Anyway. Struggle's been real all week. Here in the potato patch. I didn't get to play much this week. I was working over 50 hours, but I was playing a fair amount yesterday. I had some pretty good teams. Yeah, I didn't see any... We didn't get enough secondary hits to really get a good feel for it, but... Yeah, what do you guys want to see? Sorry, I got a bunch of text from my work here. I'm trying to figure something out. Okay. What do you guys want to see? Potato teammates been draining any fun in the game. Yeah. I haven't been doing a good job playing off of them. Like, if you got teammates that are causing you grief, basically you got to start treating them as like traps or bait, and then try and get the enemy to like focus on them while you just bomb on the enemy. It takes a little bit of concentration though. It's not going to be something at the level I play. I can guarantee when I'm in the middle of a quitting nicotine session. About to quit your job at the post office. Jean Bard. Yeah, we can test out. I want to get some games on these. So basically, this is the build I got right now. I got the double accuracy build here. What do we got? We got -7 dispersion there. Plus, so we're over -10 dispersion plus the grouping. Let's try this. You guys can just see these shells we're launching. The salvos. Torpedo destroyers is never not funny. I mean, if that's your fucking play there, is that Mayoko, where he lets the enemy destroyer get 2 feet away from him, and then he takes the time to line up the torps. Yeah, he got him, which is nice, but what have you been doing? Like, the destroyer was less than a kilometer away from him, I think. Do I have the French gas can? No, that's the one I don't have. I got enough XP that I could get it, but I'm going to wait until the next update and see if they got a new green XP ship. But yeah, that one, it's quite similar to this, but the turrets are more traditional. The problem is the armor on these ships are kind of set up for the forward turret setup, so as someone who's got the Jean Bart and the Ritchie, I just don't think the gas cone is a top priority for me. Let's see here. Let's see, what do we got? Maz and Benson. Yeah, just check these groupings at this range out. Like, regardless of the result, that's a pretty cool looking grouping. Oh, look out! Oh yeah, here we go. Go ahead and hammer this guy. If possible. got probably a Helena behind the island there, so I don't necessarily want to be... What the fuck is this guy doing? Oops. Man, it would be great if this Vok would just spot the fucking Helena or whatever that is, and we can blast him. There he is. Magami. There we go. Fuck. That was our one shot to punish that guy.
Problème résolu, chef.
Eventually, like, if you're focusing on your spotting as a destroyer, which you should be, I mean, you'll know to get over here to spot this thing, it took him about 3.5 minutes, or he could have just pulled forward just a smidge, you know, maybe in like this zone right here, and then he would have had a spot on him. Something to think about. Oh my god. This is kind of sad that we're going to go down here. Like, what in the fuck is this thing doing over here? Jesus Christ, the play today has been suspect at best. We got 2 destroyers, we got this battleship, which has been low, we got a fucking cruiser that hasn't taken 1 shot the entire game. And then this dude's like, I guess I'm just gonna fucking leave for no reason. This Vok down here has been... I don't even want to say he's been trying to spot, because I don't think that's what he's been doing. I think he was trying to get all the way down into their base and then cap. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to go down here. Like, what are these fucking guys back here doing? I think basically what you have to do when you're playing this game is be like, alright, have I shot in the last 10 minutes? And if the answer is no, move. Move to a different spot. Like, this guy's not fucking fired his gun once. I'm not 100% sure he's playing. Oh, man. We got Mazur. Someone from my clan's give me a GG, but I don't know who it is. Alright. Anyway, if you were looking at the groupings, I think they're kind of interesting groupings. Should we see how long it takes for this guy to pull the trigger? Or should we just move on with our lives? What do you guys think? First time you see me playing like it's meant to be played. I mean, my philosophy is you want to keep moving forward as much as you can until they start overwhelming you, then just back up. Is this guy even fucking playing the game or not? His guns... I can't tell. controller might be on the ground. He might be working on his duty. Hipper running from Benson. No, he's not even. Secondary's going off. That's like an alarm clock. Woo woo! Your little pea-sized brain should kick in and be like, oh, wow, there's something near me. Odin with the Scharnhorst commander. Is he moving? I don't think so. I don't know what he was doing. It would have taken us at least 10 minutes to figure out if he was actually playing the game or not. Odin with the Scharnhorst. Let's give it a whirl. So right now I got the Italian reload boost and then maximum battleship speed. It's interesting. I mean, the 5 knots and the 12% range on this is pretty significant, you know? Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Is AFK. Tugging his tongue. Crew's drunken shit face. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like rude behavior. You know, if you... Like right now, I've hit ready. If you hit the button that gets you in the game, it says, are you ready? And then if I know I'm going to go take a shit, why would I do that? I don't know. Never made any sense to me. What's up, Phil? So in real or paper? I have no idea. I would assume it's not a real ship, otherwise... Like, the German naval history guys are, like, really into it. Like, the Bismarck, the Tirpitz, and the Scharnhorst. You know. The historians among us have an extreme interest in those ones. I've never heard Odin until it came out in the game. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Have you considered Kedrov on the BBs? Yeah, I normally would run Kedrov. Just trying some different builds with these new commanders. I mean, I think to get the maximum out of the different lines, you gotta spec different builds for different lines. You could very easily put Kedrov and Cunningham / Scharnhorst on every battleship, and you can make a case that's probably the strongest build available for them all. Holy shit.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Using 攻撃目標を指定する. Achtung, wende Zielposition.
It's gonna be mostly block. I'll wait a couple of... Now, note the fucking reload with this build. You got that DiPaolo guy or whatever his name is. Odin should have a quick reload to begin with. I mean, we're looking at what, 12? I think the reload on this is better than the Azuma. It's kind of funny.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Wanted to punish that Baltimore, but I'd have to get wrecked by the Iowa to do so. Yeah, turret traverse in my mind is like, it increases your functional damage per minute, let's put it that way. Because if your turrets are spinning, you're not shooting. Your damage per minute actually goes down. So, I've been a strong proponent of turret traverse buffs for quite a long time. Are you beaching or not? Doesn't look like it. Oops. Come on. Holy fuck, the torps today. Come on, Odin. Someone put the... Guess I gotta just sat here and take one torp. The problem I have with this AL shit, right, with these being ships is, like, you can buy your way into Tier 7. We already have some problems with, like, new players sneaking into Tier 7 as it is. But apparently now, instead, because Baltimore, you got the skin, or the actual ship. What is it? Fuso, I think, is the ship, and Queen Elizabeth. Those ones aren't as detrimental, but I don't necessarily need Tier 7s for purchase. Alright, so what I gotta recognize in this situation is my support ships. Look at all these cruisers cowering in the back. They're gonna continue to be back there until that eye was removed. But I want to get rid of the Baltimore first, because I think it's more... You know, we got one destroyer. Leaving that thing alone is potentially a problem. So if we can kill him... And then push the Io away. We gotta get away from this fucking Yudachi, though. There he is again. Where is he? Shit. Man, the torpedoes today have been nasty. Yay, you got me! Fuck you. Like, trading a Yudachi in a low destroyer count game for an Odin is not a good fucking play. But every fucking game these Yudachi players do suicide torp runs like that. You got 7 kilometers to fucking launch. Why do you have to be right next to the guy? I don't understand these people. Yeah, you're gonna kill the ship, but... Fuck, I'd want an Odin... I'd want a properly run Yudachi on my team way over an Odin any day. The problem is, properly run Yudachis are about as common as... Well, I don't have an analogy ready, but... What's up, Zarkun? 2 premium ships. Yeah, the premium ships, when you're still grinding out your lines, they can... If you get premiums in Tier 5 or Tier 6, that can boost your credit production quite a bit. Like, fucking shitty play on the enemy team is just as annoying to me as... Shitty destroyer play on the enemy team is as annoying as it being on my team. Oh, fuck. I don't feel like we've had a single good game yet today. Let's try this guy again. You out of here, John? Alright, take her easy. Yudachi players are big. They're just... I think they come from the AI school of WoWs. Which is like getting those destroyers point blank range and then trading the ship. Trading a fucking destroyer for a battleship is almost always a bad play. And yet that's the preferred, that's the go-to play for these people. Number one, you don't have to get that close to me to torp me. I'm a slow-moving little slug, you know? So why do you have to trade your ship to kill the Odin? But if your team's got 1 or 2 destroyers and you're throwing them away to sink a battleship that early in the game, whoops. That should cost your team pretty big. Concealment's a real issue. Yeah, but the problem is the Udachi players don't even use the concealment. They get right up your fucking tailpipe. Like, they can't... They want their torpedo percentage, their accuracy to be like 50% or higher. So they refuse to torp unless they're, you know, tethered to your ship by a small length of rope. Oh, shit. Once again, these guys are coming over here for no explicable reason whatsoever. Just gonna ping them just so they know how foolish I think they are. Alright, so we got 2 ships spotted. Thrilled to have the Baltimore as a premium. I mean, I don't necessarily mind that they're premiums or not, it's just... It's like these people that only play Udachi because they get the premium credit bonus so they don't lose money for those bad plays like that. And it's just game after game after game of horseshit Udachi play. Go ahead and get another torp salvo off here. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty good damage there. Shit. Either way, I'm getting about 2k per salvo. Might as well keep the fire chance active. If he's gonna post or go perfectly broadside, then yeah, still getting about 2k. What's going on over here? Come on. Man, this guy's aggressive. There we go, 2 fires. Guess we should be going for the raw damage. I'm trying to get the 3rd fire, but if we're just piling on the damage with 2 fires burning, it'll go down quicker. There we go. Alright, so we got the base. We don't need to kill those slugs. We're going to go over and help B. So right now, both these guys are sitting in the back, you know, shivering in fear, and these guys are doing the same thing. So what? They have no impact on the game currently. The guy trying to capture B does have an impact. If we get B, we get more points, and that'll help us win the game. So we're going to take our time getting over there just because this thing's a little bit of a slow poke, but... You know, if we're trying to go for impressive damage totals, I guess sitting back here gunning these guys down would be profitable. Hey, Byron, how you doing? What's Tebow's build? Yeah, I got Kurita. I don't have any points in Togo, guys, so... I got Kurita with Bay and I have no idea. Something else. Alright, so we got Chapayev and Algerie blocked currently. Sinop's blocked currently. Shit. I don't want the Chapayev blasting me at the same time. Oh my god. Chapayev is a major problem. I'm not worried about the other ones. My god, this thing is slow. There we go. Alright. Just drop spot there.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Союзники, поддержите огнем по указанной цели.
I mean, we've got 2 caps, right? So until these cruisers are dead, I don't want to do anything too crazy over here. Nice shot on the Algerie. Just gonna go ahead and take out this Fletcher. Unless he's got full health, you know, we should be able to wreck him. He does have full health, but if I can get an opening salvo or 2 in, you know, we quickly correct that. And then it's an even fight from there. It's not going to have much support from that guy. The guy back here is not going to be able to do much. Come on, where are you? Go ahead and get some torps down on that guy while we hunt the Fletcher. So the Fletcher's obviously got a hard on for this thing, right? All he wants to do is... Oh, shit. All he wants to do is torp battleships. We know that. He's probably confused with his locator as to what he's actually locating. I'm fine disengaging here. If we kill him, fine, but I should have a health advantage at this point in time. There it is. Alright, so he's got to be pretty damn close to a one-shot. So we don't have to rush these fights, you know. As long as we don't get hit by a torpedo here, should be alright. Colorado finally gets around. Holy shit. Never put your fucking American battleship in the blocked off part of the map like that. That's almost 9 minutes. This guy's done nothing. It looks like he was in a fight initially, so he probably did something to start the game, but he hasn't done anything in almost 2/3 of the map. Or the match, which is a disaster. Get the fuck away from me, will ya? Shit. This thing is not very fast. C-23 is Yudachi Hunter? Yeah, that's a good one. If you get that smoke sonar combo going. Still wanna... The Fletchers should be about ready to go down. You can see this thing's closer though, 8 kilometers. Twisted tracks pointing at him. So the Fletcher's moving. Kind of a risky player. This might actually be the wrong play, but I don't want this Iowa to die because he's the only support I got in the area right now. Alright, twisted track, just flip back over there. Ah, fuck, the Iowa's done. That's one of those plays like, can I possibly gun this guy down? No. Now I'm hoping the Iowa blasts him pretty hard and then he's low health at that point in time. And then the combined fire takes him out. But that was probably just a shitty call on my part. Look at this fucking shop I have. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the Fletcher's really low. He should be out of smokes at this point in time. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd say Red has just as good of a shot winning that one. Aki's a peer division ship. Pretty sure a lot of cruisers cannot run it. Yeah, it's not. Let me see what it actually says. Maneuverability. It's got 33 as the max speed, so that's got to be the slowest tier 7, I would think. Let's try to use zoom. I haven't busted it out since we got it. I think I'm going to stick with Macau in this one. Reload. Let's see what the traverse is. 28.6, so we don't want to mess with the traverse on that. I'd probably just go straight range. Ah, we're below 100 million credits, so it's really frightening. Is the Shinor's Commander still the best out of the new ones? I would say so, in my opinion. There's a lot of intriguing ones, though. The only one I'm not that intrigued by is the Queen Elizabeth one. But we were looking at the Fuso one. I don't have enough points into it to test it out, but that's like a really strong inspiration for secondary builds. The rudder shift on the Baltimore one, I think, like we could put that on that Akazuki that we've been playing today, for instance, or a lot of the cruisers. You know, 3 or 4 or 5% boosted the rudder shift. Not as strong as putting like a steering gears mod in there where it's usually 20 or 40% or something like that, but it could potentially help. What else is there? Baltimore, Fuso, Scharnhorst. I can't remember. I broke, yeah. Getting really nervous. You out of here, Zarkin? Alright, take it easy. I know there's 2 other commanders. What can... don't know if I had 300 million. I think 210 was my sweet spot for a long time. Maybe I had more than that. But yeah, that's why I'm a little nervous now. It's been steadily going down. Shut the fuck up, will you? You're sitting in the back, docking on an island. What? What do you need help? Oh my god. That guy needs help. I hope he just beached there because he was fucking around with the radio and wasn't paying attention where he's going. If that's your play, he got stuck in there. This guy's straight up fucking retarded. Why are they always on my team? The thing I always forget about the ship is you don't have torps. Like, I would rather have this guy be AFK. What? I'm actually more interested in what this guy's trying to do than anything the enemy's doing. Shit. Like, we know he's got severe problems, but I want to know what kind of problems they are. You remember over 300 million? I'll take your word for it. Yeah. We've definitely gone down. Yeah, this Minsk is right in there against their entire fucking team. Our entire team's playing in the back here. I think they're all just jaws on the ground trying to figure out what this arrow guy's doing. Which I can understand that. It's kind of distracting. But the Minsk has to realize he's got no support whatsoever, and he's got at least 5 enemy ships within a grid of them on the map, which is a problem. So I'd go ahead and get back if I was that guy. Now he's going forward. Now he's behind. Nope, that's... So I guess the thinking was like, let's just not do anything for the first third of the match. And then, if we haven't lost by then we'll move forward a little bit. Strong. Definitely a strong strategy. Fuck. Oh my god. Why didn't you kill the Benson? Why'd you have to kill the Minsk? At least he was trying. Ooh. Ooh! Can you explain the difference between grouping and dispersion? Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. So basically... Wait one sec. So the way I conceptualize it is this. When you fire at a target, like from a top-down view, the game will draw an oval around that target, okay? Now, the game rolls the dice and the computer will basically try and aim at a single point within that oval on the ship, okay? So, that's the dispersion. So if you can tighten up the dispersion, the possible outcomes of where those shells could go, you know, they can't wander as far. Now, I'm sure it's set up where, you know, the closer it is to your aim point is the higher chance. But step 1, calculate where the shells can go. Step 2, once you have that calculation, then the game assigns an actual aim point. And then the grouping, or the accuracy as it used to be called, will be how close the shells all actually go towards that single point that the game's generated. Where is this fucking destroyer over here? This guy is having some major problems. It's bizarre. I mean, you see some bad destroyer play all the time, don't get me wrong, but this is bizarre. Come on. Alright. Nice. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and try and get on this cap. So right now, obviously, we got a pretty good jump on the score, but they're generating, you know, 6 points every 5 seconds. We're generating none, so that will catch up in a couple minutes. And that fucking Benson can't even be bothered to get on the cap. He sailed right past it to do God knows what. This guy is a fucking clown. Really glad that he's in the high tiers. Holy shit. I mean, we dodged it a little bit, but it's a miss. So if you're still figuring out how to aim, or like figuring out the rules, like you don't know that capturing bases has a good way to win games, you don't have to play tier 7. There are other options. See, they're almost caught up, and we're up like, what, 3 or 4 ships. So these are the games that, in your mind, you're going to be thinking to yourself, there's no way we can possibly fucking lose this. Your team is trying to lose every single game. And you always have to remember that. They're better at losing games than you are at winning games. Oh shit, I gotta take that out. Like, they're purely trying to play for kills, you know, that's their only win condition they're pursuing. The problem is, the score win condition is the easier one to get on domination mode, so... Ah, fuck. Yeah, they gotta... Obviously the guy's gonna try and torp me. We know that. Yeah, we're gonna go down without even getting the cap. I mean, they're gonna get the 1 C cap finally, but they're not in a... We only have 5 minutes left, and this Odin could potentially get away, you know. And they knocked the gun out. Nice shot. Yeah, like, there's an extremely easy path to losing this here. They finally got this, which is good. But this needed to happen about 10 minutes ago. Like, if this Odin can get out of here, these guys are going to have a hard time in 5 minutes necessarily getting over to this cap. Now they're down to one ship at this point in time. You'd be like, wow, how can they possibly lose? It's possible. Watch for torps. Yeah, I knew the torps were coming. There's just, what you can't teleport out of there. So all I could do was really angle in. But what you need to be looking out for is making sure, like, I don't want to flip the side of the ship, you know, into a position where, yeah, I'm trying to fire a full salve with the guy, but all of a sudden I'm eating 3 or 4 torps in the side. Then you're dead, you know. I'm still trying to primarily angle against the guns, mitigate that. You could see once he got access to the side, he killed me very quickly. But that one's... I'm going to assume we won that game, but that's one that I would not bet the farm on. That fucking Benson, man, Whatever. Obviously he's a brand new player, but he doesn't need to be hanging out in the high tiers. If the team loses it. Odin Solo Warrior, there's a possible... I think once they got C, it's going to be harder for that guy to win. But they could still... If the guy ran away, I think he had a better chance than if he's turned in to engage him. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that very much. Potatoes. Potatoes find a way. It's like life, you know, like, if it's possible, it'll try and... They're trying to throw the game. Just, you got to keep that in mind. Have you played the guys now lately? Probably not. Who knows? Wants to overthrow a game in your Kaiser, 1v5. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have torps on the Azuma. It's not like it... I mean, we were getting 10k salvos there with the AP, which you could say, wow, that's pretty juicy, but, you know, that's 40,000 per minute if we're getting those type of results. 4 shots a minute. It's not exactly terrifying. So I don't know. They'll probably adjust that one. I don't think they're gonna look at their spreadsheet a month from now and be like, wow, the Azuma. We gotta tone that sumbitch down a little bit. What? Oh. York, okay. Where are you going? You spawned over here. Fucking play over here. Can't be fucking bothered. Any more advice on playing Helma? Yeah, we can bust it out if you remind me.
Teammate, I need your support.
Grab an island, find someone who's trying to push in towards you, and stop them. Yeah, what do they got? Fubuki, Mayhem. I'm hoping this guy moves in front of me here. Just to help spot the torps.
All stations, protect that target.
Alrighty. Dallas. I mean, I get the effort, but smoking here is not going to do anything. As soon as we fire, the smoke fire penalty kicks in, the smoke's negated. Jesus Christ. If he wants to do something useful, countering this destroyer here, making sure they don't have torps coming in that angle. Or even over here. Tanas? Am I saying that right? Vladimir? Don't worry, men. You're the best. You're playing like 2 years ago and never figured out how to play properly until you found the channel. So thanks for that. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Toki coming in hot. Can we play the Amalfi? Yeah, just remind me. Yeah, that's what I always talk about. Like, this game or World of Tanks. I figured out during World of Tanks, but these are the type of games that you can't really quickly figure out, you know, the intricacies. Like, just the trial and error it would take to realize that getting shot in the broadside is why you're getting wrecked. Or shell selection, or anything else. It's just, these type of games favor those who are willing to take a little bit of time to learn them. So I would say anyone watching, you're automatically in that category, and you should have a massive advantage over most of the people out there. Thank you guys, though. Appreciate the donations. Excuse me. Yeah, trying to give me a heart attack. I don't think it's necessarily a bad ship. I just don't think it's a good ship, but maybe I haven't figured it out yet. Alright, why is nobody shooting this? Just what in the fuck is this guy doing here? Shoot him. Come on. Use your gun. It's Leander. Shoot! What is wrong with these people? Pull the fucking trigger. Like, that's something apparently if you're brand new in the game you don't know how to do. Fire the guns. It should be the R2 button. I think it's the same on both systems, right? Alright. Well, you just gotta recognize, like, these two guys I got over here that are my so-called support ships. You can't fucking rely on either of these guys. This guy refuses to shoot. This guy's doing God knows what over here. You know, he's trying to drop smokes, which is polite, but it's not actually a good play. So we just need to get the fuck out of here, I guess is the moral of the story. We got a Bayern, we got a Mutsu with a 3-kilometer shot on this guy. And then you see the shots flying way over here on an angled Graf B. Great fucking target selection. I don't know what's going on today, man. Maybe I'm just crabby because I'm trying to quit chewing, but this seems like some of the worst fucking play on this game I've ever seen. Okay. He's like, how come I can't see anything? Alright. Little fucker. You want this? He's gonna back up. We're doing alright ship count wise. Bases were tied, so if we can wreck one of these things, we should be alright. Yeah, the Leon, when you got it shooting at you, you gotta recognize 16 guns. So it's always got the potential to put you in the bottom of the sea. going on all week. Dimitri level potato. Eh. I don't know if I'd go quite that far yet. I mean, Dimitri, if you remember, all he had to do was not shoot for 5 seconds. That we win the game. And he's like, what should I do? I'm going to get out of the smoke and then I'm going to shoot my guns and then throw the game. That was like deliberate sabotage. Hey go! Alright, they are getting A, which is a bit of an issue here. So as long as we're neutral on caps, we're fine, but if they get a cap advantage... Jesus Christ. Leander, what a fucking game you've had, man.
That's how it's done.
Capture the fucking base before you start celebrating.
À tous les bâtiments. Commencez la capture de la zone. Capturez cette zone.
Vian's underrated, absolutely. That's one you could potentially put on every build and have good results. Like, my confidence that these guys can even get on C... Forget what the enemy destroyer is doing.
I need intelligence.
You are the intelligence data.
Stations requesting fire support.
Alright, we gotta... He got off A, which is the good thing. The bad thing is he's close range to me. And he's got every advantage in that situation. My god. Is this our smoke or the enemy smoke? Should be ours. Oh, fuck. These torpedoes just being whiffed left and right. I'm way more worried about this thing. Unfortunately, Gneisenau's pretty dangerous too, but I don't think I can get the reset off. Let's see. Fuck. Alright, so basically we're stuck playing for kills at this point in time since our team's refusing to capture a fucking base. Which is an issue. Because I'm in the crossfire between this thing and this thing, so I'm probably gonna die here. And once I'm down, I have zero fucking confidence in this. Alright, let's go to Mayhem. Gneisenau they can actually probably at least hit. The odds of them being able to hit that destroyer are very low. Come on, take that fucker out. There you go. Shut the fuck up. Capture one base. Pretend like you know what you're doing.
Nice work. I need intelligence data. À toutes les forces présentes. Capturez cette zone.
You gotta just ping the shit out of those bases before you die, just because once you're dead, you can't tell them what to do. And they will never accidentally stumble across the right answer. Love it when DDs say they need intelligence. You are the fucking intelligence data. What are you asking for? Yeah, I have no idea. Just turn T-Bow to Spartan level, so nah. I don't think we've quite hit that. This is... The games today have been way harder than they should be.
All stations
If they actually get on D and capture it, and I get on A and capture it, then the game's over. It's too bad from this Queen Elizabeth's perspective he didn't sink me, because he had the broadside. I had to angle against that Gneisenau, who had torpedo. He was in torpedo range, and the main guns of that range are actually pretty deadly. So this guy had at least one, maybe two shots where he could have. And Leon does not stand up to that kind of punching power. That's kind of a... It's a fun ship to shoot the guns with, because you can pump out the damage, but... in terms of taking damage, it's not the strongest. I'm just fascinated by the question, can this guy capture the base? I think he's actually going to pull it off. He hasn't been as problematic as this Icarus. The Icarus's heart, I think, has been in the right place. He's been trying to make some interesting plays, but what he's been doing hasn't actually been that helpful. Alright, you little fuck. There we go, a little crack in action for you. Buy some potato bomb. I'm gonna have a built-in level of salt today just because if you've ever been severely addicted to nicotine before and you've tried to quit, like, it's a very annoying state of mind to be in. It's gonna be in probably 3 or 4 days. You're like in this fog, your whole face is numb. Irritability is there to begin with. So I've already got a built-in level of crabbiness, which I was pretty damn close to just not streaming this weekend because of that. Because I don't like to, as much as it may be hard to believe, I don't necessarily like to get on the stream and just yell at these guys nonstop. But what's been going on today has just been so bizarre. So unfathomable. Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom quick. Remind me what ships you were asking about before that game. Ooh. We can handle this out, no worries. Potato bomb will help, yeah. Oh yeah, the alfalfa. Yeah, you guys are coming in fast and fierce with the donations that game. Thank you very much. We had Toki Tanas, I'm probably mispronouncing that one. Tyler, Bugsby, thank you guys all for that. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, so I just maxed the ship's mods last night. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. Like, I don't see this being effective. If any of you guys have used that and you like swear by it, let me know, but in my mind, I don't think it works. What's all this weed? Quit trying to quit years ago. Alright, boys. You guys don't all need to spam whatever you're spamming. Stick with it, have a Bud Zero. Yeah. I mean, I got through yesterday pretty good. I'm actually fairly good. My quitting technique's kind of on point at this point. I've done it so many goddamn times, but you just have to go into it knowing you're going to have a really bad week. Alright, guys, if you're going to keep spamming this, we're just going to have to put you guys on timeout. I get it. You guys are chiefing. We'll put you in timeout. I think it'll let you think about your life for a couple minutes. Then you can go back to commenting. Oops. Let's see. I don't really feel like oops. Can you borrow my commanders? Pot cooking. I don't know what's going on out there. It sounds like a hell of a time, but you know, in terms of like streams and chats, I don't know if it's constructive or not. Alright, we got lightning here. Looks like he's actually moving forward to spots, which is nice. Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Do I not drink alcohol? I used to drink it all the time, but I don't anymore. Just over 2 years. I drink these Budweiser Zeros, which are just, they taste like shit, and they don't actually do anything. Need to find a good... There are actually non-alcoholic beers now that are like kind of craft beer. It's basically, I don't know if any of you guys brew, but they're like, they make a wort and then they don't ferment it, I believe. Let's pop the smoke. I don't want to get blasted by this guy. Lightning's not a reliable spotter. You always got to keep that in mind because he'll pop that smoke and he wants to start shooting. Yeah, so whatever. Kind of a waste of my smoke. I guess we could use our plane. Which doesn't, not picking up anything. I mean, this is kind of, you know, it's part of the fun of playing the Lightning and the other British cruisers constantly popping that smoke and blasting people. Shit. It was all blocked. And I'm not even gonna, like, make the argument that this thing's the damage per minute king over the Lightning. Like, that thing might actually do more damage than this, but... Get the fuck away from me. What an asshole, man. You got the entire fucking map and you gotta go right up my ass. The map is huge. You can fit like 500 million of those Yamatos in it, or Grover Kerfers, whatever the fuck it is. And he just happens to be in the one square that I'm trying to back up into. Six-Point Brewery. Ballast Point makes great beer, yeah. I don't know if they make any NA beer. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not. I never endorsed the Session IPA. Number one, back in the day, we used to call them pale ales. Not everything has to be called an IPA. But my argument was like I always treated drinking or alcohol as a drug, and I'm like if I'm gonna buy drugs of lower quality, then I want them to cost less. But they were always the same price as their normal strength beers, so I never supported the so-called session ale, session IPA in particular. But well, that's my opinion. The beauty of everything in life is you can do whatever you want to do, and a lot of people like those low alcohol beers that still got some decent taste, so I get that. Oh my god, what a boring game this is. This guy, all he wanted to do was just ram me out of there, apparently. He's not even going to do anything with the position once he gets over there. You just want to make sure I got really fucked up by that Iowa or whatever it was, Jean Bart. We can't even damage that fucker. Zoning Torps missed by a couple feet. Oh! There you go, Grover.
Nice work.
Alright, let's see if I can get on B without dying.
Alle Stationen, Feuer auf das Ziel konzentrieren.
You gotta recognize when the game's gonna be close on score. Like, we got A, they're about to get C, we have nobody contesting C. And then everyone is playing, like, anchors down in the water, you know? And whenever that's the case, you gotta expect a really slow game. Fuck. Thank God he had HE loaded. But in those cases, you know, getting that score...
Allarme incendio.
I don't think I'm actually going to be able to get on that base with the Yamato pinning me down here. Alright, so I'm going to just chill right here for a second. Our Grover's actually fucking moving. That's impressive. Looked like a game we were probably going to win a couple minutes ago to one that I don't really see how we can possibly win now. This fucking lightning is just sitting in the back. This Dewey's probably a full-on level 16 at this point in time. I really don't have any comment on that game. Other than the fact that that was pretty frustrating. Jack's Abbey, I never tried that one. That had a pretty solid reputation. Internet keeps bombing. Forget beer, drink Irish whiskey. Yeah, the whiskey I could drink. I like scotch, but I could only drink that at home alone. Otherwise, I was bound to cause problems. Oh my god. I'm just not even sure, like, what's going on in the guy's mind. Like, let's load up a lightning game and see if we can play behind our entire team and see if it's effective or not. I've never tried it, but I kind of doubt it doesn't work. Or I kind of doubt that it would work. That was a game that happened, yeah. I'm looking on the position on the map. Obviously, I was probably, excuse me, a little too aggressive in trying to get on B. But after the first 5 minutes where nobody had really moved more than 5 feet, I was thinking if you could get that B cap and then just sit there for the rest of the game. All of a sudden, everyone on the blue team was dead, myself included. Like the Yamato, did he dev strike our Yamato? And then we got the lightning in the back doing God knows what. Trying to burn down the enemy Yamato that had about 80,000 health. If you can do 500 damage every 5 seconds, how long would it take you to burn down an 80,000 health ship? Can anyone do the math? Let's see, 5 times 5. Wait, no, that's not how you do it. 60 divided by 5. 60 divided by 5. So we get 12 shots a minute. Do 500. We'll give him 500 damage a minute. So, oops. 60 divided by 5. We got 12 times 500. 6,000 damage a minute. 80,000 divided by 6,000. So at the rate he was going, it would have taken 13 minutes and a quarter, or a third. 13 and a third minutes to get what he was doing to actually work.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
And that was the best play he could come up with. Something that'll take me 13 minutes to do. And that's assuming he doesn't get shot back, which obviously he's dead by now. There's no way he's still alive, just hammering on that guy. But just assuming that they don't fight back, it's going to take basically the entirety of the game to do what he's trying to do. Because these guys are, I was just going to say, because they're cowering in the back, backing up, it's suggesting to me that maybe there's no destroyer over here. Maybe he's up to gut, but lo and behold, here he is on cue. And we can see he's just shooting. We'll find out if he's moving or not, but if he doesn't move, we got the torps line right at him. Ooh, it's a pair. They're not even letting my torps get on point before they just die back here. Alright. There's one, he gone. Is there another one over here? Yep, there is. That's a ship straight up. I don't think I want to fight him, but... with the smoke sonar combo, I think we should have this. Come on! Smoke! There you go. Alright, so we just killed their entire core destroyers. Jesus Christ, nice shot, Iowa. Alright. Talk about putting all your eggs in one basket. Atlanta's sitting there in the open bombing on this guy. Well, he might have island cover. If that's the case, then I can continue to spot for him. Might get one on the Alabama, maybe not. Wow, that's fucking bad. Alright, so they have unobstructed access to their base on the east. Now that could be a problem because they're rushing up the gut. We're going to have nobody going back to defend. I mean, if this battleship back here goes back to defend, then maybe we don't have an issue here, but... Alright, we got 2 guys going back, so that should be good enough. Basically all I'm trying to do is keep these guys spotted over here. Potential Kraken? No, this is a potential... This is... If these guys can't notice that these guys are capping the base... I mean, we do have the Amagi and Flint coming back to support, so... Should be alright. But this guy's, like, completely oblivious to what's going on around him. There we go. I mean, the point I'm trying to make is you can't care about Krakens or anything like that. You gotta make sure we're not gonna lose the game. This is a game we should win. They haven't had any destroyers since the first 2 minutes of the game. We got both of our destroyers. You know, on paper, those are kind of must-win games. But the presence with this up-the-gut type of play, you never know what's going to happen. Oops. There we go. Alright, now that he's dead, now we're not really worried about much. But getting Kraken's lair should not be your focus. Lightning best ship in the game. You can make a case for it. Doesn't have twisted tracks, so it's kind of lacking in that department. But, I mean, counter destroyer play is way up there. Yeah. It's one of my... I don't know if it's one of my favorites or not, but... Solid ship, no doubt about it. Said Carmen instead of Kraken. I know what he was going for. Oh, the Iowa's going up the gut now. Yeah, we could. I don't think he's gonna come up here, but if he does, we can suicide torp this guy at this point in time. Not a lot of health, so I mean, suicide run isn't necessarily that great, but we got 4 smokes. So we should be able to get within just over 3 kilometers of this guy and then nuke him. Yeah, it's turning out. Oops. can use the AP on this one, but I mean the fire chance is really good for destroyers, so I don't usually switch to AP on these British ones. Come on. I kept seeing those shells going into the sides. Like, why isn't he shooting AP? But oh, get a fire. Come on. Jesus. There you go. 47,000. No, 4,700 base XP. Damn, that's pretty good for a lightning. Even prior to the XP rule changes, it wouldn't have been getting XP boosts like the premiums used to. I think almost all, if not all, my 4,000 games were in premiums prior to the rule changes, so that's pretty good. I think this guy next to me is going to block me torps, but we could maybe get him down. Yeah. Probably should have just tried to torp this guy. Going for the ram. Look out. Oh boy. Even at that range, you know, I might as well get the AP in. We're getting 25k a salvo every 5 seconds. That's pretty good damage output. Fuck you. Ugh. Decent team on this one. Yeah, that was a better team than we've seen, but the bar was pretty low. Yeah, we'll take that though. Oh man, 4,000 game in Leanna. That's pretty solid. Damn, 50 defender ribbons. Yeah, that adds up. Like, to get those juicy games, you almost have to be in domination mode. You gotta be pretty much defending the base and capturing the bases. Just going pure on raw damage or even kills, that's not gonna put you into those upper echelon type games. 3 caps, 15 defenders. A lot of DD kills. Yeah, the DD shots, you know, you're going to get more score from those. Let's try this guy one more time, then I think I got to get going. I'm going to try and... I think next week we'll try and do a members stream, maybe on, let me see, Saturday. I was going to try and do one this week, but trying to quit chew. I figured it wouldn't be the best option. Yeah, we got potential to stream maybe a couple days during the week next week. And then this Sunday, I might go Sunday night, depending on if my friends want to watch the Vikings or not. If they don't want to get together, I might stream Sunday morning. If they do want to get together, maybe I'll fire it up Sunday night. We'll see. A fairly recent video on the Alabama. Yeah, I feel like I was a pick a premium not too long ago. What do I think of the Ale Fuson Tashkent? Haven't considered it. The only way I've considered using that one so far is by putting it on my Celiax build as a secondary booster.
All forces provide cover for that target.
Oh, Emperor Pew Pew. Hello. Alright, so we got one non-potato on the team. That's good. Oh, he's in a division too. Interesting. Maybe we got a reliable flank over here. We'll find out. Alright, they got Udachi, Fletcher, and Cleveland in the division. That could be dangerous. Uh-oh. And that's who we got over here. So we got to be pretty careful here. Come on. Can I even hit the fucking thing or not? I mean, basically we got a double destroyer Cleveland division. But you got a radar, you got Cleveland can blow the fuck out of any destroyer. So this is kind of, not ideal.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Come on, Pew Pew, kill that fucking Cleveland, please. There's our division over here. So we should have multiple torpedoes coming this way. Shit. There's the first set. Oh, I'm fucking dead. Yeah! Gotta expect the follow-ups salvo with the Udachi as well. I'm not worried about those two destroyers once we got this Cleveland down. I'm just really worried about that thing. Having the radar. Because sometimes we gotta use our smoke in this thing just to disengage. Because it's a little slow. But if that negates the smoke, then we could have problems. Alright. See if he's got his reload booster ready to go or not. I'd be surprised. Alright, so he's getting low. He's still got the Cleveland problem. Fuck, come on. Alright. Kind of a risky play here. This thing's gotta... This thing, it's causing a lot of problems being over here. Like, We always say radar cruisers should be your top priority. But I can kill that Udachi, I can kill that Fletcher, not with this thing radar on me like we got right here. Let's... Come on, guys. Kill the fucking thing, please. Jesus. Alright, well, looks like a loss to me, since I'm having some major problems with this thing. Go ahead and put a torpedo down here. Number one, primarily for the Yamato, hopefully to get him, but we got a Fletcher over here in this zone as well. Now he's obviously gone, so it's not going to hit him, but prior to him leaving, potentially could have hit him. I just think like this thing's got better ballistics than that Fletcher, so as much as I like the Fletcher, you get. Shit. Yeah, it comes down to you gotta kill the fucking radar cruisers right off the bat, you know. See what's going on over here. I just don't see how we could possibly win this one. It's really unfortunate. I mean, you can see how fast this thing can wreck even a Fletcher. But if you got a Cleveland supporting those two destroyers, that completely changes the dynamic of the fight. Number one, he can spot you with the radar, but number two, the guns, assuming he's in position, he's getting a little out of position now, but if he's close enough to use the guns, he can absolutely just shred you as quickly as you can shred those other destroyers, so I'm gonna go ahead and chalk that one up as a loss. I can't even exit this game. It won't let me get out of here. There we go. Akatsuki versus Fletcher, just it's not a fight you could necessarily predict. I mean, if it's just straight up guns, I think the Akatsuki wins. But you got your smoke elements, you got your torpedo elements. You know, it depends on exactly how you play it. It's a much fairer fight than this versus the Udachi. I would take that anytime. Just kick the living piss out of the Udachi. I get the problem with the Akatsuki, or the weakness of it, is the mobility, you know. You got 4.3 rudder shift with some boost to that. Starting and stopping, I got the prop mod on, and still starts and stops kind of slow, but here we got a 2.8 reload. What's the Fletcher got? .4. Let's try and compare these directly. We got hundreds. 8 of them. 8 guns. That's what's going on. We got 5 guns here. 1,800 damage. Here we got 8 for 1,200. I don't know, man. I mean, I could tell as I just got the ship a couple days ago, but playing against it the handful of times I had, I could tell it's capable of some damage with those guns. But now that I've actually played it, I'm really not that afraid of any 1v1 destroyer fight in that thing. The problem you got is they might clip you with the torpedoes. It's a little bit easier to torp this ship than a lot of the destroyers because it doesn't have that turn on a dime mobility. But in terms of the guns and the accuracy's there. Like, I don't even have Burke on this. You know, we could put him on here. This Tyrwhitt's kind of a placeholder. I got to think about this build more, but I mean, this is probably, you can make the case this is one of the stronger ships in Tier 7 at this point. Tech tree for sure. 730 turn radius, yeah. Is that what that is? Whew, 730 compared to 560. So I mean, that's the key to that ship that you got to understand, playing with it and against it. Is it moves slower than a lot of cruisers, and it's got a turn radius bigger than pretty much everything as a destroyer. You know, we're talking maybe like on Hotnik level. Let's see. How do I get out of here? Let's see what that little sumbitch is. 730. Yeah, so it handles comparable to this thing. But I mean, offensively, it should be as feared. Now, they had Hocknick, you obviously have 4 torpedo launchers. But gun-wise, I wouldn't mess with this thing, man. If you're not familiar with this ship, you just got to give it a little bit of respect. People will stream unexpectedly. 120 over Penaditi. I mean, I don't know. You're talking about AP shells at that point in time, which, why would you be shooting AP at a destroyer? What have you missed? I don't know. It's been... My nerves are shot today, but the gameplay, let's just see what's been going on. I feel like we're probably losing, probably below 500 today. 3-1, 3-3, 3-4, 5, 4-5, 5-5. Yeah, we're fucking below 500, so it's not just me. I'm not imagining things. A couple of those losses might have been my fault, but I don't know. I'm gonna hang it up here. I just, mentally, I don't have the right frame of mind. Try to play the shit in front of people when you're completely screwed up with a nicotine imbalance. It's just making me more and more agitated, and then I keep wanting to chew more and more, so probably not the best day for me to play. Maybe I'll see how I'm doing tomorrow, though. If we can play tomorrow, we might fire one up. I might have a chance to stream on Tuesday. I might have a chance to stream on Friday, and then potentially next weekend. So we're going to have chances to stream coming up. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better and a little bit more sound of mind, or I'll relapse and be back on the chew. I won't have the mental problems either way, but you know, we did have a great turnout here, though, and excellent support. Appreciate all that. If you don't mind hitting the like button, I mean, we got more likes than viewers currently, which is outstanding. Try Sun